What's going on? Uh, the other day I was out rolling and I was at a stoplight and the crazy plasma ionization was glaring, right? And that day I kept seeing this uh, Porter. It was on the sign. And then there was a Porter Road, and we kept riding by these same signs all day, and I was like, man. And I looked it up for biblical definitions, and this word has so many connections. The more I look into it, it's almost like it's almost like it's a versatile title. There's porters to cities. There's people in charge of gateways. They're called porters. There's also guys who are sent with burdens or goods, uh, or it could be someone who carries a message or a scent on a to relay a message. There was also 4,000 Levites appointed to particular tasks. One guy was he was in charge of all the distribution of the goods from the temple, from the sacrifices like food and bread, because they would cook up bread right there on the spot and food, and then hand it out in certain sacrifices or holidays or whatever, uh, or oil, stuff like that. They were supposed to have reserves of this, and you could also give it to the poor when they need. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that. Uh, but porter, it also has meanings of someone who beats metals or creates certain metal metalworking. It has an aspect, or it's also like in Matthew. It's like the master told the porter to come and watch. So watchman, it's got the connotation of that as well. It's just like, in a way, uh, also in the tabernacle, there would be a guy, or there was a whole bunch of dudes. Their only job was to bring curtains to put up during the tabernacle. Porters were also like the guys who carried the Ark of the Covenant around. Uh, there's look crazy. I've been seeing owls the other night. Watched a movie. It was showing that owls are a doorway, a gateway. Even idols of them were like stuffed animal owls, or they're they're like a portal for portal for some kind of spirits. And there was a freaking white owl outside in the tree, and I watched it fly off freaking that night crazily. And I've been seeing hawks like all up and down I-69 there. Uh, really crazy. But porter and hawk also could be, or hawk and owl, I seen also was connected to the word porter as well. So it's got like a lot of different uses. And it's also like, it's kind of like being able to just be told what to do, or just do some kind of. It's better to keep the door. If you're allowed to keep the door and not go all the way in, it doesn't even matter. That's a better job than nothing at all. And it's like, in a way, I'm seeing out here in life. It's like, with all this crazy like astrological stuff and then prophetic stuff. In a way, I almost see like there's a the sky is like another, like in the tabernacle. There's a curtain. No one can go in the most holy place. It's like everyone kind of sitting out and they don't see what's going on the inside. It's kind of like that with the spiritual aspect of life. Like one day the sky is just gonna roll back and it'd be like a big curtain, and all of a sudden we're gonna see what's back there, and also it's gonna let in this different kind of light where at the same time we'll all see each other different because we're different than what we appear to be, kind of type of a thing. And I kind of can kind of like uh, I get this feeling of it now, and I can see it not only in scripture, but I think actually I'm starting to see it in like reality. It's pretty nuts. And even like look, so it's also connected to Jeremiah 18, and it talked about clay, clay in the hands of the potter, which is really crazy because I've been learning to work these clay from scratch, just amateur status, but seeing it in a book, everyday life, and Bible times, it would show a scripture, and then it would go show what it was like for the craftsmen who worked in that area back in the day, and I just picked up some kind of tips out of that, because that's a good way to kind of like get interactive with the Bible, is like do something like have a garden. It talks about seeds a lot, and watering and sowing and reaping. Having a farm, teach you what it was like. You know, some of these, it's like real, like nature friendly, like content, real life content. It talks about at the time what was jobs, what was the economy, the market. Uh, Same thing with like the term porter, and like how it's kind of, it seems like a simple thing, but there's a whole network of these dudes that were assigned to do certain tasks.